So there is a question, can a female devotee be Diksha-guru? Let's analyze based on Guru and Sadhu and Shastra, because that's our basis. So in a letter to Hamsadutta in 1969, Srila Prabhupada says that he wants his sons and daughters, all spiritual sons and daughters, to inherit the title of Bhakti Vedanta so that family transcendental diploma can go on through generations. And he adds that those who have the title of Bhakti Vedanta will be allowed to initiate disciples. And he adds also that by 1975, all of his disciples will be allowed to initiate and increase the numbers of generations. And that is his plan. However, in another place, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 12th chapter, 32nd verse, purport, Srila Prabhupada says that Suniti, however, being a woman and specifically his mother, could not become Dhruva Maharaj Diksha-guru. So, what does Prabhupada want? It's difficult to understand then, because two statements are clashing. Did he want women to be Diksha-gurus, or did he not want women to be Diksha-gurus? How to solve the contradiction? How to resolve it? So that's the question, so let's try to do that. So what resolution we propose is that Srila Prabhupada wanted that his disciples become Siddha or perfect in Krishna consciousness by 1975 and then become Diksha-gurus. Whenever Srila Prabhupada talked about bona fide Guru, he is almost always talking about a liberated perfect devotee in the level of Krishna Prem. Here is an example of that in a letter to Mukunda in 1969. The date is like almost very near to the date of the previous letter, 6 months difference. Unless one is a resident of Krishna Loka, one cannot be spiritual master. That is the first proposition, Srila Prabhupada says. And then he adds, as soon as one is liberated, he is immediately a resident of Krishna Loka. And anyone who knows the truth of Krishna can become spiritual master. So now the fact is, in Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita we find this mentioned by Satswarup Maharaj, that Prabhupada explained that his illness was due to the sins of the ISKCON leaders, 80% of whom were not strictly following the rules and regulations, he said. 80% of leaders. So it's far from the fact that this is about August 1974. So by 1975, how everybody could have become liberated? Thus 1975 came and passed, but Srila Prabhupada did not implement this plan or even talked about this plan any time again. So now a question may arise, what if you are not Siddha, a resident of Krishna Loka? Can you still become Diksha-guru? It's a very pertinent question for our movement, because most probably we don't have Siddhas. So answer is yes, we can. In a letter to Janardana in 1968, Srila Prabhupada says, a person who is liberated Acharya and Guru cannot commit any mistake, but there are persons who are less qualified or not liberated, but still can act as Guru and Acharya by strictly following the disciplic succession. It's a very important point, strictly following disciplic succession, which means that one must follow Shrutis, Smritis, Puranas, Pancharatras in order to act as bona fide Guru. If one is not yet a resident of Golok Vrindavana on the liberated stage. So, of course, the most important point is that unless one is a resident of Krishna Loka, one cannot be a spiritual master. But what if such a person is not there? Then, yes, then a non-liberated person can also become Guru by following Shruti, Smriti, etc. So, can a non-Siddha female devotee be a Diksha-guru? That will be another question. So, the answer is that no, she cannot. Why? Who says? Srila Prabhupada says that Vaishnava traditions have no precedence of such women being Diksha-gurus, and Narada Pancharatra and other Shastras do prohibit them from becoming Diksha-gurus. Narada Pancharatra, the Bharadvaja Samhita, 1st chapter, 44th verse says that one who is kimapi atra vijayante yogina sarva yonishu pratyakshitatma nathanam naisham chintya kuladikam, that one who is fully perfect in Krishna consciousness directly perceiving God face to face can become Diksha-guru regardless of gender, varna, family, etc. So here we find that if one is liberated, then even the females can become Diksha-guru, which Srila Prabhupada was saying in the 75 letter, in the 1969 letter, that by 1975 I want daughters also to be Diksha-gurus, and that supports Srila Prabhupada's statement that unless one is a resident of Krishna Loka, one cannot be spiritual master. Actually, a bona fide spiritual master is never a conditioned soul. So that exactly supports the Bharadwaj Samhita statements. Now the conclusion, that's why is a non-siddha woman cannot become Diksha-guru. And our Pramanas or evidence are Srila Prabhupada says this, Vaishnava traditions, there is no precedence in Vaishnava tradition, and Narada Pancharatra and the other Shastras forbid that. So Srila Prabhupada's statement again, Suniti, however, being a woman and specifically his mother, could not become Dhruva Maharaj Diksha-guru. Unprecedented in Vaishnava traditions. None of these great Vaishnavis like Yashoda, Kunti, Rukmani, Subhadra, Devaki, Devahuti, Draupadi and many others who were, even though they were Nitya Siddhas, they did not demand or even become Diksha-gurus. And none of the other sampradayas, Vaishnava sampradayas like Shri Sampradaya, Madhva Sampradaya, Nimbarka Sampradaya, Vallabha Sampradaya, have any female Diksha-gurus in their tradition till date. The only female Diksha-guru of Shri Sampradaya is Lakshmi Devi, who is none other than goddess of fortune. And parallel of this in Gaudiya Sampradaya is Janma Devi, who is none other than wife of Lord Nityanand Prabhu. Now, this is because Narada Pancharatra directly forbids it. Bharadwaj Samhita says, Na jatu mantrada nari. Women can never become Diksha-guru. It further says in the next verse that Striya Shudradayashcheva bodhayayur hita hitam, that women can become Siksha-gurus and can instruct about good and bad. But na arhanti acharyatam kvachid, but can never take the post of initiating spiritual master. So, a question may arise that, but Srila Prabhupada says women can become Diksha-gurus. How do you explain that? In his conversation with Professor O'Connell in 1976, when Professor asks that is it possible, Swamiji, for a woman to be Diksha-guru in the line of disciplic succession, then Srila Prabhupada answers that yes, Janma Devi was Nityanand's wife. She became, if she is able to go to the highest perfection of life, why is it not possible to become Guru? But not so many, Prabhupada added. Actually, one who has attained the perfection, she can become Diksha-guru. But man or woman, unless one has attained the perfection, Jai Krishna Tattva Veta. So the qualification of Guru, Prabhupada says, is that he must be fully cognizant of science of Krishna, then he or she can become Guru. So how do you explain that? So we do not explain that. Narada Pancharatra explains that. The next verse of Narada Pancharatra, 44th verse, which is just after the verse which prohibits women from becoming Guru, says that Kimapi atra bhi jayante yogina sarva yonishu pratyakshitatmanathanam naisham chintya kuladikam. So here the word is there, pratyakshitatmanathanam, that one who is fully perfect in Krishna consciousness, he is pratyakshitatmanatha, who is directly perceiving God face to face. He or she can become Diksha-guru, regardless of his varna, his man, woman, family tradition, anything. So here we go. It supports Srila Prabhupada's statement. So the conclusion is, Srila Prabhupada was referring to women who have perfected their Krishna consciousness, who are perceiving God face to face. That is, they are siddhas, or at least on the stage of Bhava Bhakti. Because at the stage of Bhava Bhakti, you start seeing Lord directly, as is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, 5th chapter, 38th verse, in the purport by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Now, let's see the same quote again with these spectacles. So, Prabhupada says, actually one who has attained the perfection, she can become Guru. Clear? Pratyakshitatmanatha. And Prabhupada gives the example of Janma Devi, Nityanand Prabhu's wife. She became. Now, Janma Devi was certainly a Nitya Siddha woman. She was Nityanand Prabhu's wife. And Prabhupada adds, but not so many. Why not so many? Because according to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.17, such Siddha devotees are sudurlabha, or very rare, and not so many. Thus female Diksha-guru also are not so many. This harmonizes all the codes. Now another very important point we see is that ISKCON's initiation process is based on Narada Pancharatra. So we should be following the Shastras. Srila Prabhupada says in his lecture to Bhagavad Gita 7.3 at Bombay, therefore this Diksha is offered according to Pancharatrika Vidhi, that is recommended in this age. My spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, inaugurated this Pancharatrika Vidhi, and we are following in his footsteps. So it's very clear. Now a question may come, but can't she give just first initiation? First initiation is not Pancharatrika, is just giving Harinam. The answer is no, she cannot, because first initiation or Harinam Diksha is also a part of Pancharatrika initiation process. Says so Bhaktivinoda Thakur as well as Narada Pancharatra. So our whole ISKCON's initiation process is described by Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and supported by Baldev Vidyabhushan. So here is the chart for that. It consists of the Pancha Samskaras under the Pancharatrika Diksha Vidhi process. These are the 5 purificatory process named Tapa, Pundra, Nama, Mantra and Yaga. The first Tapa means stamping body with Lord's symbols, Pundra means Tilaka, Nama means giving new name starting with Lord's name and ending with Dasa to the disciple. Mantra means giving Pancharatrika mantras and Yaga means engaging disciple in deity worship. So when the disciple reaches the level of Nama Sanskara, the third Samskara, Tapa, Pundra and Nama clubbed together are given as Harinama Diksha, called first initiation in ISKCON. And when the disciple reaches the level of fifth Samskara, Yaga, then he is given Mantra and Yaga Sanskara together, which is called second initiation, which when clubbed, Srila Prabhupada clubbed it with Brahma Gayatri, means it becomes a Brahminical initiation. So, ISKCON's Harinam Diksha is also a Pancharatriki Diksha. So now, these procedures are mentioned in Narada Pancharatra. Also, there is a full chapter in Bharidwaja Samhita, Parishishta, second chapter, which deals with the whole initiation process which ISKCON follows till date. And the first verse of that is quoted by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as well as Baldev Vidyabhushan in their works. This verse says that these 5 samskaras, namely Tapa, Pundra, Nama, Mantra and Yaga, are the causes for attaining the highest stage of unalloyed devotion to the Supreme Lord. Now ISKCON's first initiation or Harinam Diksha is given when the disciple attains the level of Manama Samskara. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this in Sajjana Toshani. Nama or name is the third samskara. Mercifully the spiritual master utters the name of Hari into the ear of faithful student. This name is to be recited daily by the student. During initiation, the teacher also gives a personal name to the student which indicates devotion to Hari. In the Sri Sampradaya of Ramanuja, names like Ramakrishna Dasa, Narayana Dasa, Ramanuja Dasa, etc. are given. In the Gaudiya Sampradaya, names such as Sri Govinda Dasa, Sri Nityananda Dasa, Sri Chaitanya Dasa, etc. are given. Now this first initiation process is described in the second chapter of the Parishishta of Bharadwaj Samhita from 28th number shlok to 32nd shlok. Karishan Vaishnavan Nama Vaishnava Ashrayam Evava Nama Dasadi Shabdantam Shravayat Kevalam Tuva. The spiritual master should select an auspicious day for performing the Nama Samskara with the aim of bestowing upon his disciple a name of Lord Vishnu or a name indicating surrender to Lord Vishnu. The Acharya then bestows upon him his new name that ends with words like Dasa, which indicates servitorship to the Lord. Now this is exactly what we do. This exactly matches our first initiation process in ISKCON. Now ISKCON's second initiation process is described in the same chapter starting from verse 34th. Swayam Brahmani Nikshiptan Jata Nevacha Mantratah Vinitan Athaputradin Samskritya Pratibodhayet. So here it says that after the Nama Sanskara, the spiritual master should personally evaluate the disciple and select those who are fully dedicated for the service of the Lord, Brahmani Nikshiptan, and who have been purified and who are obedient and submissive by nature. So to them he should bestow the second initiation starting from Mantra Samskara. This is the fourth Samskara. And then the Yaga Samskara. It starts from the 48th verse. Yoja Yishyan Guru Shishyam Nityarchana Vidav Harehe. That to engage his disciple in daily worship of the deity form of the Lord Hari, the Acharya should perform the Yaga Samskara. So, it is concluded that non-Siddha women cannot become Diksha Gurus if we are to follow Guru Sadhu and Shastra. Srila Prabhupada concludes this, in this lecture. So, this Krishna consciousness movement, the initiation ceremony, the marriage ceremony, the sacred thread ceremony, whatever we observe, they are strictly according to the Shastra. That is our point.